All right, what's up, everyone? Sean here with Danny.
What's up?
We are back for another movie review. This time around, it is the fourth installment of Toy Story 4. First off, it was a little weird to see this being announced, via trailer and stuff, especially with them going around doing the ring around the Rosie, and then all of a sudden just crash. And then I think the last one was with Forky, the new character.
Yeah.
They revealed the new character of the movie, and it was just like, what? Now handmade things are count as toys, I guess, and they come to life too. Therefore, but so a lot of people have been kind of about it since the third one wrapped up so well. And
perfect.
And obviously we've both seen the three movies, all were being good.
Yes.
Especially at the time, and having this come around, it's like, really, did we really need this? But we watched this last week. You watched it twice, pretty much. It was your second time.
The first time was my nephew on Thursday night.
Opening night, right?
Yeah, opening night.
Yeah, and then I watched it on the Sunday, which is yesterday as we record this. So you got to see it twice. So how did you feel about it? First time, and then seeing this the second time.
My opinion hasn't really changed. It's since the first time I saw it, I came out happy. I really enjoyed this movie. I was also one of those people that were when I first heard that they're gonna make a fourth one. I was like, oh, why? I was such a fan of the way 3 ended. They didn't need to go, continue the story, because that's it. The arc was over.
Right.
That was the story, and he passes down his old toys to the new kid.
Yeah, Bonnie.
Bonnie, because he's going off college, so he's not, toys. He's not gonna play with toys anymore. So Bonnie, still 4-year-old kid. She's the one that's gonna take care of them and show them love. So.
She's their kid.
So she's a new kid, and the way that 3 ended was perfect.
Right.
So I was like, oh, they're making a fourth one. Okay, well, better not mess it up. And I went in with high expectations, and I came out very satisfied. I really enjoyed this movie.
And you said that this viewing it the second time didn't really change anything, right?
Yeah, no, I was able to enjoy the story more, understand more the themes, more mature side of the story. It's a kids movie. Whenever you hear, oh, Toy Story is a kids movie, it's for kids only. What are you gonna? But this movie is, it's for us too, for us
adults
in their late 20s, early 30s. The people who grew up with the first one, like myself. I was 4 or 5 years old when the first one came out, and I remember we were watching it on VHS as a kid. And I loved it, of course. The second one, loved it, and obviously the third one, I was right out of high school. I still fucking loved it. So to me, this is one of the few franchises where every single movie has been pretty almost perfect.
Right.
Excellent. Every single movie has been excellent.
Right.
It's up there with Lord of the Rings, and I don't know what other franchise other franchise is there that's perfect. I would mention, I guess, Indiana Jones, but the fourth one came out with Crystal Skull, and I was well, I've seen Kung Fu Panda. Those 3 were pretty good, but it's not up there with Toy Story. So I haven't seen any of the
How to Train Your
Dragon. I heard they're really good too. But I don't know why. When it comes to Toy Story, I mean that's standard right now. It's for animation.
3D animation movies.
That's the highest standard right now.
Unfortunately, Incredibles couldn't quite carry the momentum as Toy Story. So, oh well. I mean, hopefully a third one will bring it back up. But
if they do a third one,
if they do another one, I'm sure they'll do it. Just because it's Disney, they didn't want to bring in that cash. But because they did it with Toy Story 3. They did this to Toy Story, so I'm pretty sure they're going to do that to Incredibles. And honestly, why not? Anyway, the fourth movie, though, was enjoyable. Even though there was some initial little bit of backlash of the fact that it exists. But I think for the most part, this is a great movie. This is still a great addition to the franchise. They're still going with it. It's hard to say if they'll do a fifth one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do, since how successful this movie seems to be. So far.
So far, it's been very successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know the third one managed to make $1 billion, and that's probably one of the main inspirations that for them to continue with the fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I read somewhere that they were starting with the story for the fourth one, like before 3 came out.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been working on this. They've been thinking about this at least for a good while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they can be working on right now on the fifth one or the sixth one too. So
yeah,
you never know. You never know what the heads up at Pixar are thinking right now.
Right. Yeah.
But right now they're just waiting to see if this movie will make at least in the 800, 900 million. If it reaches $1 billion, then I'm pretty sure the next 8 or 10 years they're gonna come out with the fifth one.
For sure. Oh yeah, 10 years. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because the way this ended, I'm obviously don't want to spoil it, but with the way this ended, it feels like there's closure and stuff, and I would be fine if it ended right here, but I can also see a possibility of them continuing the story somehow.
Yeah.
With the way this ended.
This is a very interesting sort of ending, like the nature of it. But we'll get more into it later on.
Yeah.
I did want to say, like, it's already made its own budget back, of course, and then it's exceeding it so far. And this is just, that was just the opening weekend. So imagine, how much more time it gets, throughout the month or during a full month or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it was very enjoyable. The humor was very on point. It's like very like wholesome humor.
Oh yeah, definitely the funniest Toy Story.
It's a very funny Toy Story.
Yeah, the funniest in the franchise, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. There's like a lot of like visual humor of like various toys, like you like basically, like, if you own this toy, you would get it. Like, you get that joke of like what they do and stuff, like what the main gimmick of that toy is, and they kind of like play a joke around it, or like they just make a reference of it in the movie, like the action figures and stuff. And there's like the little pocket little doll thing. I forgot what it was called. They're like really really popular back in the day.
Oh, the character is called. You mean the little one? That's the little always one on Bo Peep?
Yeah.
That's her name in the movie was Giggle. Giggle McDimples. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like Pocket
Polly, something like
Pocket
that?
Polly, there you go.
That's what okay.
Yeah, Pocket. It was like it was like that Pocket Polly sort of toy, and they make it like a visual gag out of it. It was like really. It was like, to me, it was like really funny.
Yeah.
There are some good. There was a good amount of nostalgia, not too much of it. It doesn't really rely too much on it, but it does like touch upon a good a nice right amount of it.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning. And there are some moments I'm like, oh, there's that thing from this from back then and stuff. So and of course the music is also like pretty much like intact because of Randy Newman is back in here.
Yeah, and I really enjoy the music. Hearing the themes of the Toy Story main theme, and also each theme for Woody and Buzz and the other characters, like, it just brings you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking great music.
Mm-hmm. And the graphics are just absolutely like unbelievable.
Yes.
Like, they just really show off. I think they really did a good job this time around because most of it takes during the day.
Yeah.
And like, you just see really like the beauty of how much they've come, how far they've come.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like, it's very colorful.
Mm-hmm. Very colorful.
Yeah, very colorful. Very like, especially that beginning scene in the rain was very photorealistic.
Yeah.
Like the beginning scene is just fucking amazing.
Like the
animation.
Like the water, like how the water like moves.
Yeah, because it takes place during the rain and at night,
and
just the way you see the water drop with the rainfall dropping to the ground.
Like all
you see a little like droplets. And
all the debris and whatever just adds up. It like really adds up to like that immersion almost.
Yes.
It's like it's almost like it's like it's as if these toys are like real life or whatever.
Yeah.
They could move around in our living room or something.
The lighting. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then like the environments and everything were really cool. Like there's of course there's a carnival, and then there's a store and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like we'll try to get more into that later on without getting too deep into it to spoil it. But the new character, what did you thought of Forky for overall?
I thought he was funny. He did his job. He at first, when I first saw the teaser, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like some sort of annoying kitty character, or whatever. But no, actually, he grew on me, and he had a pretty interesting arc at the end. You see him develop his character, and he becomes like almost a totally different character by the end, in a good way. So I really enjoyed him, and he has some very funny lines too.
Yeah. So we, for those who are curious about Andy, we get to see him a little bit. Like I said, it's like a very nostalgic reason and stuff like that. It just really hits the right spots on the nostalgic factor.
Yes.
And of course, it introduces new characters. Of course, besides Porky, like the plushies and stuff.
Yeah.
The
Key and Peele.
Key and Peele, very nice.
Bunny and Ducky. Yeah.
Bunny and Ducky. Yep. Key and Peele. Yeah, that's really fun. Yeah, they did a really good job with those characters.
They did. Yeah.
Yes.
I enjoyed those characters.
What was it? Yeah, and there's what was her name? Gabby, was it? Abigail.
Gabby. Gabby. Okay,
yeah,
the villain.
Yeah, the villain pretty much. Yeah. She is pretty believable. She did have like a very set like goal and stuff.
Yes.
You believe it too.
Oh
like,
yeah, and you sympathize with her.
Yes. Yeah.
So she has a really good like point to her to her actions and to what she wants. And that like it made me not like agree with her, but I was like, I understood what she wanted to do. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Obviously different from Thanos or whatever, but she's definitely like her own thing.
Yeah.
So very, like it's vaguely similar in that sense. Like okay, you get it, like you get their point of why they're doing this or whatever. But you may not necessarily agree with it, but they're set on doing it anyway. So
yeah, she was a good villain in this one. I would rank her a second favorite villain. My all-time favorite Toy Story villain would have to be Lotso.
Yeah,
Toy Story 3. Yeah, because he's just straight up fucking douche.
Big
ass douchebag.
Yes, he was.
He's a cool douchebag.
He's a likable
douche.
Yeah, he's a likable douchebag, I guess. Let's see what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so the most of the cast were back. Tom Hanks still sounds like Tom Hanks.
Yes,
very on point.
Yeah.
Same with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is an exception of Don Rickles.
Yeah.
He unfortunately has passed away. I believe 2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, he was.
So before they started production, before they started voice acting in this movie, he passed away. So he didn't get to record any new lines. So, but he's still in the movie. I mean, his character, Mr. Potato Head, is still in the movie. You still see him, but they give him like 2 lines. He speaks like 2 times, and they're like pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Voice.
Yeah. So it's kind of unfortunate on that, but
but what can you do?
What can you do? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's life. It's life. Life happened, and at least he still shows up.
Yeah.
In the movie, so you get to see him.
Yeah, I mean they didn't go as far as like replacing him or anything. So
I admit though, I do miss his lines, like his speaking roles, because he had some really funny lines. Throughout the franchise. Like I really like Mr. Potato Head as a character. He's one of my favorite characters in his series.
Let me see. So pretty much like it's kind of hard to explain without spoiling it, but other than that, it's like obviously, so I like the cinematography, the colors and everything, the graphics, the visuals, the art direction.
Yes.
I love the the pacing of it. It was like it was
very well paced. Yeah.
Very well paced.
There was a dull moment.
Yeah.
There's like some moments where they calm down, but what they talk about is like very like just story driven and very character heavy with like philosophical stuff and like deep themes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely
it makes you think.
It makes you think, yeah, and it like reaches down to your heart. It's like and you come to realize like, we can relate to this. We can all relate to this, like kids and adults.
Yes.
Because of course, we were once kids. We played with our toys. We loved our toys, and then but like we all do. We have to move on and give it just either like we throw them away or we donate them to the next kid or whatever. So it really does bring it home in that sense.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I felt I had that fuzzy feeling like, oh man, it's really touching and stuff.
Yeah. This movie has quite a few emotional moments.
Very.
Well, depending on how you are as a person, you can either start bawling like a baby, or you'll just be like whatever. Like for me, I hardly ever cry, but there's a couple times in the movie where I felt like something like, oh yeah, it's hitting me.
It definitely is difficult for a movie to make me feel like close to crying and stuff like that. I think the very closest I've ever felt was Coco.
Yeah, same.
With but I don't want to get in too much into that, but so anyway, like the overall plot involves with lost toys, and of course dealing with how Bonnie is dealing with kindergarten, of course, and then there's the road trip, and then and then the story goes on from there pretty much. So, but
she decides to make a new toy, Sporky, and then she decides to take him and her other toys in the road trip. But Sporky, thinking he's not a toy, he's a trash.
Yeah, he's made from trash.
He just wants to get out of there, or just get thrown away. So he jumps out of the RV, and Woody, being the good character he is, thinking like, oh, Sporky, Bonnie loves you, Sporky, so you have to be there for her. And once he gets out of the RV, he throws it out of the window. Woody has to do whatever he can to get him back, because that's all Bonnie cares about right now, Sporky.
Yeah, because she's like kind of having a hard time making friends at school, so she made her own friend literally. So but anyways, I think if you have anything more to say about without spoiling it, you have any final thoughts before we go into the scoring?
No, just it's a great movie. Haven't seen it yet, go out and watch it. Whether you're a big Toy Story fan or not. I'm not the biggest Toy Story fan, but I grew up with these movies, and they have a special place in me and in my heart, especially the first one, very iconic. So I went in, like I said, with high expectations, and I came out very satisfied. I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: Who is your favorite new toy in this movie?
New toy? I don't know. It's hard to say. Well,
yeah.
I guess I enjoyed Keanu Reeves.
Character.
Yeah. Duke Kaboom.
It
was cool. And the plushies.
Yeah, the plushies were really good too.
Bunny and Ducky. So yeah, some between those two or those three characters, I guess. Yeah. Sporky was cool too. I enjoyed all the new characters, even the villain Gabby. So I would have to go Duke.
Yeah, it's
he surprised me like wow, that's fucking Keanu Reeves.
It really is, because a lot of the roles he's been given are very serious, not very as emotionally wide ranged.
Yeah.
He's always playing the action hero, very serious, very stern, badass.
Yeah.
And especially how Keanu Reeves has been in between John Wick and The Matrix and stuff. You see him on the street with the sandwich all sad and stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah, I forgot about that. Now you bring that up now.
Yeah, right.
I'm thinking about how he's in this, and I read somewhere that he really pushed to be in this movie so bad, and then when he got the job, he was just so happy, and you could feel it or hear it in his voice acting how much fun he's having with his role, and you're gonna hear that right away. Just the way he talks and the way they animate his character. It's you can tell he's having lots of fun with this.
Yeah, especially it's really fascinating to see him especially with the recent announcement of him being in Cyberpunk once again, playing as a pretty similar character. So once again, this actually even ends up adding more surprise to it, because you just really don't see him not in that kind of in those kind of shoes. And of course Duke Kaboom himself was just Duke Nukem. I was about to say that. Yeah, it would have been funny. It would have been really funny if it was Duke Nukem and him voicing him. But anyway, it should have been Bruce Campbell. But anyway.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because he's the originator of those lines.
Oh yeah, yes.
Anywho, back on to Duke Kaboom. He was a great character. He was really funny. He was just fun. Just playing off the whole Canadian thing is just really funny too. But the fact that Keanu Reeves voices him, it's just like it's just the cherry on top. And I think he was just he did a great job doing that role.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, he was great.
Yeah, along with Key and Peele, of course, and everyone else who with all the actors, of course, they've done a great performance.
All the voice acting was top notch.
Yeah.
They all did wonderful.
Yeah, really brought the emotions to the screen, and you believe it, and it just really all ties together. I think.
Yeah, even the returning characters, like Bo Peep, especially, because she's an important part of the story too.
Yes,
we have to mention that. It's also I would say it's mainly like a love story.
Yeah.
Or I guess like a subplot, I guess, between Bo Peep and Woody, because they reunite after after 9 years, right?
Yes.
So that's how it starts in the movie. Because she was in the third one. They just mentioned her that she's gone.
She's given away.
She was given away. Yeah. So then they explain here what happened to her, what led up to that moment.
Pretty much, yeah. It kind of fills in that gap in a way, in that sense.
Yeah.
So at least for Bo Peep anyway. Obviously, you're not gonna see every fucking little toy from the first Toy Story or whatever, the binoculars or the big buff guy or whatever. Even RC whatever, but I'll get to that. But anyway, so pretty much that's all we can say without spoiling things. So overall though, it's a well put together movie. It's great for kids and adults. Highly recommend, of course, if you guys really love those 3D animated movies. It's just such a just a standard, a strong.
Yeah,
standard.
it's a very well crafted, well made movie. Not even animation movie. It's just a really well made movie. Period.
Yeah.
You compare this to the other crap animation wise fucking Trolls and other I mean, if you enjoy those movies, that's good and all, but to me, Trolls, or what was it one, Angry Birds,
Angry Birds, and the Arctic Dog, and
Despicable Me.
Yeah, Despicable Me.
I know that those are popular with little kids, and because it's all slapstick, haha, banana, shit like that with the Minions. But I mean you can't really as an adult, I can't really see myself enjoying that really. To me, I don't know, it's kind of cringy, I guess. I don't want to, bash too much on that, but I'm just trying to compare, those franchises compared to Toy Story, it's just contrast just night and day. You could see the love and how much time, how much care they put into crafting the story and the characters.
Yeah. It's the same exact people from Pixar who did all these Toy Story stories too, essentially. So
the emotions, the heartfelt stories with not just Toy Story, with Coco more recently. Coco, both Finding Nemo movies too, Finding Dory.
Yeah,
in a way. Cars. Even though the second one is not really highly regarded, but the first and third one were pretty good too. Inside Out, Up, obviously you can't leave out Up.
Yeah,
it's Ratatouille. It's just Pixar has done so much with the stories that adults can enjoy, and they can feel the emotion, and get emotional with these movies too.
Yeah, even of course not only the story, just the animation, the movement, the environments, the environments, everything. They just put so much work into it. Even of course, how the sequences go, the way they move to point A to point B is just really fascinating way to they do it and stuff. It's just it's that signature that Pixar always has, and it's very enjoyable in that sense. So
I'm just hoping they don't lose their touch, and they're gonna they're gonna come out with one or two crappy movies, but hopefully they still keep the momentum going. And I know right now they're working on two brand new stories. One is called Onward, which is a fantasy type setting in a modern a fantasy type story in a modern setting.
Right.
Yeah. And then that one starring Chris Pratt and Tom Holland.
Right. Coming
out next year. And then the other one that recently got announced is called Soul.
Oh yeah.
Which I have no idea what that's about. They just announced the director is Pete Docter, who's worked on I think Up and Inside Out.
Ooh,
or he's one of the director or story writers. But he's a well known Pixar director.
So he's a veteran.
So and Onward, I'm not too sure who's directing that, but I have faith in Pixar. I'm really excited to see what what they come out with those new movies. Because usually lately Pixar has been working a lot on the sequels, apart from Coco. But lately, it's just all sequels.
Yeah, sequels. Yeah.
So right now they're gonna do those 2 brand new stories.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's what we need, more original stories.
Yeah. Right. But anyways, so let's wrap it up with the scores on Toy Story 4. So what would you give it? What rating would you give it?
Well, I seen it twice. Let's see. I would like I said, I really enjoyed this. Very funny, emotional, well-crafted story, beautiful animation, top-notch voice acting, great music. Overall, I would have to give this. It's got to be a really solid 9.
Okay.
Like a 9.5 pretty much. Like, it's almost perfect.
Almost perfect.
Yeah, almost a 10 out of 10. It's up there. It's definitely up there with my favorite Pixar movies.
Right. This one was very difficult for me to decide whether to give it a 9 or 8 out of 10 and stuff. It's such a solid movie. It's such a hard thing to think about, but at the end of it, I think I'm gonna just go with an 8.5, just go in between.
Okay.
There is some reasons I like to explain in the spoilers as to why I give it that score. But still, despite that, it's a solid movie. Go see it. Absolutely, it's great for both kids and adults. Everyone's gonna enjoy it. There's something for everyone in there, pretty much, I think.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, it's a very unexpected welcome, I guess you can say, for Toy Story, because like I said, the third one wrapped it up really well, but we have this fourth one, but the fourth one is just so good.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I gave it such a high score, because obviously if it was a bad straight up trashy story, then it would have been no, I do not go watch this. But to me, I was surprised. I was surprised by how good it was and how much I liked it.
Yeah.
That's why I had to give it such a high score.
It really makes those other trailers you were talking about earlier, make it feel like very B grade or even C grade sort of movies, especially with the Dora live action one. There was that one video. The Dora live action movie with that part where they're they show the part where they're at the sinking sand, and then when they raise their foot up, every time it makes a fart sound, fart sound. It's really funny
humor, really.
Yeah, and the guy or whatever, he's I had some too many chimichangas. It's really that's the kind of humor pretty much otherwise the average movie has today. So I'm just ugh. But Toy Story really brings that light to that, I guess, that gloomy fucking day, I guess,
There's no fart jokes at all in Toy Story 4, so you don't have to worry about that.
It's very,
all the jokes are well written, and they are.
It's toy related. It's all toy related jokes.
It's very well written, and they lead up to it, and it's just very well crafted humor.
Yes, so
they earn the humor.
They earn it. Exactly.
It's not just random
Yeah. There's no poop jokes or anything like that. Yeah. So, anyways, let's head to the spoilers. But before that, thank you guys so much. Before we head to the spoilers, go see it. And for those who have already seen it, stick around, and we'll be right back after this.